The mining industry wouldn't exist without people like David Elliott, who are willing to put money and reputation on the line to fund early-stage exploration projects.
I mean, it's very, very high risk, so you've got to be prepared to take those risks. And it's not for the faint at heart, for sure.
You know, it really takes somebody with, frankly, a lot of courage and a lot of patience to fund junior exploration companies.
David is not fazed by the volatile equity markets and the cyclical nature of the commodity market. Instead, he focuses on the project, management, and good science. David is an extremely patient investor. He does not expect overnight success and supports companies through thick and thin with great poise and calmness, even in the most tumultuous of markets.
Like many people in the industry, David Elliott's career choice came about by chance. David was born in Kingston, Ontario, but his parents eventually settled in Saint-Lambert, Quebec. While caddying at a golf course during high school, he heard people talking about their work in the stock market. When he saw an ad in the newspaper for a job at the Montreal Stock Exchange, he applied.
And I didn't really know much about the market at the time, but working at the stock exchange, you gain a little bit of knowledge of, what's being transacted and, what the business is.
In 1969, David took a position with a stock brokerage firm who transferred him to Vancouver. While there, he worked summers for a prospector in the Yukon. His first exposure to a company that funded mining exploration projects was his next job at West Coast Securities. It was also his first time investing his own money in projects like Afton Mines.
Of course, I didn't have a lot of money, but I bought some shares, and then I watched the share price go down. Anyway, they made a very significant discovery and drilled it off. It was later sold to Teck Resources, and Teck put it into production. And I thought, well, gee, this business is pretty easy. He said, you just have to find some exploration projects and go drill them and you'll find a mine. Well, it didn't take me long to lose that money that I made on Afton on drilling some other exploration projects.
That experience created a philosophy that led to numerous successes over David's 50-year career.
What I decided to do was to back really good science and partner with geoscientists that had a track record of discovery, that were passionate about the search for minerals.
He focuses on the people, I think, versus the transaction. Transactions sort of come and go, but people are the management teams and good quality. Science is really what drives the industry, I think, and David recognizes that. I think that's very unique.
In 1986, David and his partners bought Haywood Securities, which has grown from 15 to over 300 employees, managing over $16 billion in assets. David earned his reputation as one of Canada's preeminent resource financiers by funding more than 400 exploration and development companies.
David has been very instrumental in Haywood's success in its 4-decade-long focus on supporting Canada's mining and exploration industry, deservedly earning him a reputation as one of the industry's most dependable sources of capital for junior mining exploration companies.
It's not just David's industry expertise, but also his character and willingness to mentor that contributes to his success.
And when you have someone like David who's there to support you through that and help you make good choices, I think it's invaluable. It really makes a huge difference to the success of a company. And it gets you through those downturns, when the money does get difficult, he gives you the support that you need to keep things together and keep moving forward.
And when you have the downs, that's when people need they need the most help. Sometimes when you are in the down cycle, and that's when you need to, as they say, cowboy up and help.
David has a long list of successes under his belt. Companies he took a chance on because he trusted the people and the science behind them. Companies like Alamos Gold, who acquired the Mulatos project for $10 million with backing from Haywood.
From 2001 to 2005, we were continually running on a wing and a prayer. By now it's produced 2.5 million ounces of gold, it's generated close to $500 million in free cash flow. It really comes down to a personal trust that you establish fairly early on. And I always felt that I could depend on David, and I think he felt the same. You know, he knew that there was always a high risk of failure, but we were never going to fail for lack of effort.
Friends say David will go to any lengths to support the people and projects to which he's committed. When Richard Osman and his partner at Globetrotters Resource Group were attacked and shot on the road in Peru, David immediately offered help.
He jumped on a plane, and he was in Peru by the time we managed to get back to Lima. And he spent pretty much the next week just by our side, you know, and that's the kind of person he is.
When people talk about David, they use words like ethics, integrity, honesty, compassion, patience, hard work, dependability, all traits that have gained him respect and friendship from associates and competitors alike.
I can't imagine that there's anyone else in his line of work that has contributed more enduring benefit to the early stage exploration in our industry, while at the same time mentoring so many others.